up everybody, how are you doing? My name is Esther Njao, kama kawaida, welcoming you back again to a very interesting video. This week is gonna be a little bit different. I'll not be doing the usual videos. I'll be doing a Q&A like I said on my Insta stories. Now I've compiled most of the questions that I've received on my inbox, and I'll be sharing some of those answers, and I hope they are going to be beneficial. I hope they are going to be of help. And if you ask me a question, if you inbox me, kindly subscribe to my channel, and I'll be sharing the answers to your questions. So karibu sana, I hope you enjoy this. If you haven't subscribed, kindly do so and hit that notification button so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I make videos every Tuesday based on and my main agenda about this channel is just to help you understand that you can overcome everyday challenges based on the Word of God. The Word of God is a strong tower, and the righteous run to it and they are safe. Karibuni sana and enjoy this video till the end. Like I said in my intro, I compiled the questions, and they are about 6 questions. Yeah, because most of them were kind of similar, so I just compiled them to just save time. And I'll jump right ahead to the first questions. The first question is, how do I get rid of toxic friends? How do I get rid of toxic friends? Now, in the first place, if you feel like a person is toxic, how do you tell a person is toxic? How? Because you can call someone toxic, and maybe they are calling you toxic on the other side. So how do you tell if this friendship is becoming toxic? Now, I usually have this rule that I have in my, I write it in my journal. Like, I write the deposits and I call it the deposit and the withdrawals. So I write what I give, and I rate what I receive. Do you understand? Like, this is what I benefit from you, and this is what you benefit from me. Do you understand? If the graph does not balance, do you understand? Like, it's only me who is giving, and there's nothing I'm getting in return. I'm not saying in terms of finances. I'm saying in terms of ideas, in terms of sacrifices, in terms of, do you understand all those things? If it's me who always gives, and I get nothing in return, I just terminate the friendship. I terminate the friendship because I feel like there's one party that is using the other party. So first of all, you need to understand what is a toxic friend. It's a person who only uses you, and they only call you whenever they want you to be helpful to them, but they are never there when you want them. They are never there when you need them. Do you understand? That's how you call it toxic. And I don't think there's a formula of getting rid of these toxic friends. It is just, you call it quit. Like, you are not married, it's just a friendship, just met, and you feel like this thing is not going anywhere, this thing is not helpful in any way, so I'm out. And that's why you have a delete and block button on your phone. On to my next question. Number 2 is, how do I deal with peer pressure? How do I deal with peer pressure? Now, this a question about peer pressure. I personally have never dealt with peer pressure. I've never dealt with peer pressure, and I'll tell you why I've never dealt with peer pressure. I've always been confident. Like, I've always been this kind of a girl who has been confident from way back when I was as far as I can remember. Because in primary school I used to be a prefect, and when I got to class 8 I was the head girl. When I went to high school I was a captain. So I've never had peer pressure issues. But how the way I can help you on how to deal with that kind of the peer pressure situation. First of all, you need to understand who you are. If you know who you are, then you know who you are not. If you know what you can do, then you know what you cannot do. Have principles that you follow. If you follow your principles, no one is going to come and try to tell you this and this and this. Do you understand? Like, first of all, you need to understand who you are, and then you know what you want, you know your principles, follow them to the letter. If it means losing some of those people on the way, let it be, but you remain happy and you remain following what you believe in. Don't just do things because everybody else is doing it. Do they align in what you believe in? Do they align in your principles? If they don't do it. Just say no and just move on. It doesn't matter who you have to lose. Let them go. Let them go. You're going to meet people who are going to believe in what you believe in and think the way you think, and they are going in the same direction as you were. So if you want to deal with peer pressure, first of all, you need to understand who you are, and when you know who you are, you must definitely know who you are not. Another thing is that you follow your principles. Have principles that you follow. Write them down and make sure you read them every day to make sure you remember that I can do this and I cannot do this. This is where I draw the line. Do you understand? And that you're going to overcome all those that kind of thing, the peer pressure thing. On to my point number 3. How do I get the courage to say no? First of all, understand that no is a complete sentence. And in most cases, if something doesn't make you happy, if it does not add value, if it's not making any sense, why would you feel the fear to say no? Why don't you just tell, if anything that doesn't make you happy, anything that is not adding value to your life, just you can do it, and just simply say you can do it and tell them no. It is that simple. Just say you can do it, and it does not add any value to me. It does not align to my principles, so you just cannot do it. Do you understand? Don't be afraid to say no to something that you feel is not leading anywhere, that you feel is not adding any value to your life. No is a complete sentence. No is no. Do you understand? Don't be afraid of telling someone you can do this, or you can do that. Just say no, and it is that simple. And the question number 6, I have this partner that I don't love, but he spoils me. How do I tell them I don't love them politely without breaking their hearts? Wow. I have this partner that I don't love. That's painful. And how do I tell them, but they spoiled me, how do I tell them that I don't want to be with them, that I don't love them politely without breaking their heart? Now, it's gonna break their heart. So yes, you're going to tell it politely. Actually, I respect you so much. The only problem is you let them spoil you, and then now you feel like you don't love them. You could not have let them go that far. Anyway, it happened. We can reverse things. Now, first of all, you need to understand that how this other party feels about you. This person loves you. This person has been with you. This person has chosen you. So just coming to me and telling me you don't feel like this thing is you don't love me anymore, it's gonna hurt me. But then again, let me tell you, you can do it in a polite way, and this is how you say it, because it has not gotten into marriage. You're just in a relationship. You just face the other partner politely, like you said. Make sure they are in their best mood. Don't go and just bump them when they are going through some other issues. Make sure you understand that they are not going through other issues, and that particular, you can call them, or you can take them out for coffee and tell them, instead of you going into taking it deeper and into something serious, more serious than it already is, you'll prefer that they find someone else who have a mutual feeling, who feels the way that they do. Do you understand? Yeah. So as for you, you feel like it's not gonna lead anywhere, and you want to set them free. It's gonna hurt, but you are going to do it by the fact that you did it in a polite way, and the fact that you called them without wasting too much of their time. I wish I knew how long this had gone, but now that you didn't put all the details, I'll just leave it at that. Just call them politely, take them out for coffee, and you are the one who's going to pay for that coffee, and just tell them politely you just want to call it quit before it get any further before it gets serious, more serious than it already is. And I hope they are going to understand, and they're just going to let it slide. And yeah, next time make sure you don't allow it to get that far and then tell someone you don't want to be with them. It's so painful. Anyway, Paul, for the one who is going to receive those news, I'm so sorry. I feel sorry for you. And my question, the question number 5, I work 6 to 5. How do I balance being a mom and still spend time with my children? A mom of 2, yeah, and spend time with my child. I'm a mom of 2. Now, there's a stage in life I call the work to home. I call it, like, I make fun of it and tell my friends that hii stage inaitangwa from work to home. Hakuna atili ati tunaenda wapi kutafuta kitu fulani. No, it is like you sacrifice, you have to make that sacrifice. There's no time to go rush, like, unless it's urgent, you've got to make time for your child. And now this particular person works from 6 to 5:30. That's so tricky sana, because most of the kids are not awake by 6. If these are 2-year-old, yeah, this child is not even awake, so you've left them asleep and you leave your workplace at 5:30. I would like to imagine if you leave your place of work at 5:30, you're going to be at home around 6:30 to 7. So you can make time. What I can ask you is that make time for your child from that time to whatever time before they go to bed. Until the time, make that time, find an hour or 2, and then you have your Sundays. I hope you don't work on Sundays. You spend time with them on Sundays, and that time when you come from work to home, avoid wasting time for no apparent reason. Like, you leave your workplace at 5:30 and you decide to go see someone who's not even important. Unless it's so urgent, I'll ask that just sacrifice for some few years. You can do job to home, like I've said. I actually, until now, I still do job home. I don't do like tunakutana wapi tunaenda wapi unless it's all urgent. I don't do that, because I know my child needs me, my kids needs me. When they leave home, when they leave school, they expect me to spend some time with them. It might not be so much time, but the little time that I spend with them makes a difference. Do you understand? So I urge you to don't waste too much time after work. Just rush home after work, and if you can, Sundays, make sure you spend as much time with them, as much time as with your child as possible. So I hope I've answered your question. And my last question: our dad left when I was young. I saw how he mistreated my mom. Now that I'm grown, I'm afraid of getting married and going through what my mom went through. At some point, I consider getting a child, and that's it. Wow. First of all, you need to understand that you've got daddy issues. That is one thing that you need to understand. And what your dad did is not your fault. That is one thing that I keep telling people who deal with daddy issues. What your father did was not your fault. He made that choice. He made that decision to act the way he acted, and it should not in any way be part of your life. Yes, he did that, and you need to forgive yourself, and you need to forgive your dad for whatever he did, and make sure now you start your life. Like, you need to start your life. You need to stop blaming yourself for things that are not your responsibility. It's not your fault that he acted the way that he did. It is not your fault that he mistreated your mom. They might have had issues, but some of those issues actually they don't concern you. But first of all, you need to forgive yourself, forgive your dad, and accept that it is not your fault. It is not your fault that they did what they had to go, whatever. Oh, Jesus. Understand that is not your fault. That is not your fault at all. And now, when you understand that is not your fault, that is the first. You forgive yourself first, and now start finding a way of just moving on from that. And this thing of saying that simply because my mom went through this and this and this, that I feel like I can go through the same situation. Your mom's life is her life, and you've got your own life. So both of you have your own personal lives. So don't think simply because your mom had to go through that, that it is a must for you to go through that. You need to go, like I tell people, there's nothing as good as going to God with an honest heart. Telling God you're broken. Telling God, I need you to fix this part of me. That is the beginning of your life. Beginning of living a transformed life. You need to talk to people who have been through what you're going through, and they have overcome, and they can tell you for sure it's not that serious. It's not the way you're picturing it. When you ask God to forgive you, when you honestly tell God you're broken, when you honestly tell God to fix you and to align you, because the devil tries to break your purpose, break your destiny by putting you in, making sure that whatever happened to your father makes you feel like you're the one to blame. You feel like your father mistreated your mother because of you, and you feel like you're not worth. It makes you feel like you're the problem to your mother's life. You're not the problem. You need to forgive yourself, and you need to go honestly asking God to fix you, because nobody can fix you if you're not willing to be fixed. Actually, even God, he cannot fix you if you're not willing to. So you need to go with an honest heart. You need to go with a, as broken as you are, just tell God to fix you. And this thing of thinking that you can have a child and you don't want to be married, you just want to have that child, and accidentally you get a baby boy, you're going to be raising another dangerous species. You're going to just, because you have never, you have not dealt with your own issues. As a lady, how do you expect, you are trying to avoid a man in your life? How do you expect to raise another man? You cannot raise a man. You only a man can raise a man. And you are going to bring another, you're going to put this child in another dilemma, because you cannot raise them. You are going to be overprotective, you are going to be over loving, because you're trying to, oh excuse my baby, because you're trying to give that child what you never had, and you're going to overdo it because you think that loving them too much, you're going to protect them from feeling the way that you feel. As a matter of fact, when you do that too much, you're going to spoil them. And what happened when you raise up a spoiled child? It is what? It is a taboo. How do I even put it? It is something, it is not even safe. Who are they going to love? How are they going to be a man in their own life? Because at some point you're raising someone's husband, you're raising someone's father. How are they going to father their children? How are they going to father how are they going to treat their wives? If all you do is spoil them and treat them and do whatever, all those things, you need to deal with your issues first. You need to understand, first of all, that you have an issue. Second of all, you need to ask God to heal your heart. As broken as you are, just go honestly to God. He's going to heal your heart. He's going to heal your broken heart. So first of all, you need to go through, forgive yourself, forgive your dad for what he did, and accept, this is my situation as per now, not forever. And that is the way you're going to do. You are going to overcome. Once you ask God to fix you, once you forgive your father for whatever they did, and you have a willing heart to have a relationship, believe you me, God will never disappoint you. God will never put you to shame. He's going to give you a man who is going to love you, and he's going to fix you first before he brings that man. He's going to make you understand why all those things had to happen. How would you know? Maybe you went through that situation so you can heal a generation. You never know. Whatever situation you're in, I keep telling people, whatever situation you're in, God puts you there for a reason. It may be that he's teaching you and he's training you to heal other people, to heal a nation. He's using you. He loves you that much. He entrusts you with other people. So don't give up. Don't like feel like the only thing that is going to save you is having a child. It's going to make it even worse. So first of all, you need to heal. You need to understand. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive your father, and then from there you can move on. Thank you so much. I hope I've answered most of your questions, and I hope that they are going to be of help. I hope you're going to do as we've said, and I hope I'll see you next week. I'm doing this video and my son is just standing right next to me and he's doing all sort of things. So if you see me moving around like this, I'm trying to hold him so that he can't fall. So I'll see you next week, my next video. If you haven't subscribed, kindly do so. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified once I upload a video. I do videos every Tuesday, like I said in my intro, and my topic is how to overcome everyday challenges based on the word of God. God is not an author of confusion. God will never lead you astray. He will always have your back. He will always guide you into the right direction. If you seek him, you surely will see him. I love you so much, and I'll see you on my next video. God bless you. May he watch over you, may he guide you, and may he order your every move. See you next week. Bye bye.